Hey everyone, welcome back and thanks for watching my last story time video. This time I'm going to tell you the part 4 of the story. Let's remind you a recap of that part 1, part 2 and part 3, how my father cheated on my mother and how I exposed him. So when my mother saw the picture, she was in shock, and then my father came out from the shower, okay? So she asked him, what is this? And he snatched the phone away from her hand and deleted the pictures and videos, and he started saying, I never did that. Fight started, and after that day, every single day they used to fight, argue, and it was not okay for me. I was watching my family falling apart and it was very heartbreaking for me. In that situation, I was depressed. I never knew that, but I was depressed, I was sad, I was lonely. People ask me often why I changed so much. The truth is, when your own home doesn't feel safe, it changes you in a ways you never expect. This is probably the hardest part of my story to talk about, but if sharing it helps even one person less alone or lonely, it's worth it. What life was like at my old house. After that day, our house never felt like home again. Every morning I would wake up not knowing if there would be another fight. There was tension in every room. My parents were constantly arguing, and as a child I felt trapped in the middle of it all. Um, I watched my mother crying, struggle, and ask questions to myself that never got honest answers. Sometimes food would be thrown away during arguments. Sometimes there would be silence for days. I felt like we were all living under the roof but completely broken inside. The house that was supposed to make me feel safe became the place that gave me the most anxiety. How the toxicity affected my confidence. The situation slowly changed me as a person. I started doubting myself. I stopped feeling secure. I felt like I was not important enough for my own family to stay together. When a child sees so much chaos at home, they start questioning their own worth. I became quieter. I stopped expressing my feelings openly. I started overthinking and became afraid of trusting people. The confidence I naturally had as a child slowly disappeared, but I kept myself strong and never showed anybody that my confidence is low or I just lost it. The emotions I felt: fear, confusion, sadness, loneliness, anger, annoyed, irritated. I felt everything at once. Fear because I never knew what would happen next. Confusion because I could not understand why someone would hurt their own family like this. Sadness because I was watching my family fall apart in front of me. Loneliness because even though people were around me, I felt completely alone. Anger became I felt powerless and could not fix anything. I even became irritated by small things because I was carrying so much pain inside me that I did not know how to release. How it impacted school, friendship, overall daily life. People saw me going to school every day, but they did not see what was happening behind the scenes. I would sit in class while my mind was somewhere else. Sometimes I could not focus on my studies because I was constantly worried about what was happening at home. I stopped enjoying things the way other children did. Even with friends, I found it difficult to fully open up because I was carrying secrets and pain that I did not know how to explain. I was physically present everywhere, but mentally I was exhausted. I used to show people that I am very energetic, I am very happy, I don't have any kind of pain in my life, and I stayed strong. The moment I realized things were not normal, the moment I showed those pictures to my mom and saw everything unfold in front of me, something changed. Until then, I was a child who believed everything would somehow be okay. But watching the arguments, the denials, the broken trust, and the daily fights made me realize that this was just not a normal family situation. That was the moment I lost a part of my childhood innocence. What helped me survive and kept going? The truth is, I don't have a magical solution. I survived because I told myself not to cry in front of my mom. It would make her weak. I had no other choice. There were days while I cried myself to sleep. There were days when I felt completely broken, but somehow every morning, I still got up and continued. I became my own support system. I learned how to keep moving even when nobody understood what I was carrying inside. Looking back, I realized that the person who saved me was the version of myself that refused to give up. What I have learned now. Today I learned that a child's heart remembers everything. I learned that family problems can leave deep scars, but they do not have to define your entire future. I learned that someone's actions are not a reflection of my worth. I learned that healing takes time. Most importantly, I learned that even often experiencing heartbreak, betrayal, and pain, it is still possible to build a life you are proud of, and that's exactly what I am trying to do every single day. If you want more videos like this of my life experience and makeup tutorials for you, so you can also try it at home, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below. You want to know my school story, how I used to act in front of my friends and they never knew what was happening and how they find out about it, that I was going through a very tough time in my life. And please support me and give this video a share. See you in my next video. Bye.